Prescott off play action. And it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game too.
Henry again on second down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Titans at 9-6 now. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Block.
Again, it's Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And that one blown up quickly. He's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Play action now, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got it complete, Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And some Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Henry. And some room to roam now. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And the busy night for Henry continues. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. Down at the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Henry running right. And down inside the 15 he goes. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chigokoko in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Taking it about the 16. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give here to Pollard. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Henry. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. On play action, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to go up top again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Prescott from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. With 233 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A give to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Open here, Adam Thielen. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and the Cowboys are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Prescott yet again. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. To the air again, Prescott. Touchdown! Michael Gallup with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now it's Tannehill. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Dak.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Boy, 248 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Tannehill.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play.
Tannehill to throw.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Here we go.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Case.